All right, so yesterday we got our recognition day. Things are playing out just like I predicted that they would. Our first leg down was this crash scenario, and then I said we were going to have um, a lot of sideways churning, very difficult market, and then towards the end we'd get another leg down. So, as I said, this is a recognition day. What happened yesterday? This doesn't happen if you're still in the advancing phase of the intermediate cycle. You don't get a big nine. I think this was about a 9% drop in silver. This just isn't going to happen if you're still in the advancing phase of an intermediate cycle. So when smart money sees this, that's the point at which they understand the, uh, or they get confirmation that the trend has changed. We're now in the declining phase of the intermediate cycle. That means that smart money is going to sell rallies. Um, Retail traders, dumb money, some hedge funds, they have still been, well, they were conditioned by this rally to expect price only goes up. So they're going to be um, hesitant or unable to recognize or accept that the trend has changed. So they're still going to try to buy dips, um, and the dips are going to they aren't the rallies out of the dips aren't going to last. So yeah, as I said, when you get a rally, the smart money is going to sell the rally. If they have any long positions left, they're going to use any rallies to exit and get out of the way. So buying the dips in this environment in the declining phase of the intermediate cycle doesn't work. It doesn't work at first. Now there will come a time where it will work and work very good, but that's not until we get to the bottom of the intermediate cycle low, and we're not there yet. This was just, the recognition day. We've probably, well, most intermediate cycles run in gold now. I'm sorry, daily cycles run 35 to 50, even 55 days. Um, so, we still got 3, maybe even 4 weeks to go before we get our final bottom. And we're probably going to have a bloodbath phase before this is over. So, while we will certainly have bounces, and I will get emails from the trolls, that the bottom was in, um, it's not going to be in for a bit yet. Um, any bounces are going to be sold by smart money, by the banks, the commercials. They will use any bounce to exit any remaining long positions, and at some point we're going to break. This is usually how these bloodbath phases unfold. They break an important support zone, and then kind of all hell breaks loose. So let me convert to the gold chart, and I'll show you where I think the support zone that's going to be the critical one is going to be at. I think it's going to be right here at 1800. All right, so here's a little bit longer term chart. You can see uh, gold was trying to hold above this breakout at 1923. As I've said before, one of my rules is breakouts that occur late in an intermediate or any cycle. Breakouts that occur late in a daily cycle or an intermediate cycle, they often fail and they turn out to be a false breakout. The move is not sustained. That's what is happening here with this breakout above 1923. It wasn't sustained. We didn't just keep driving higher and higher. It kind of petered out here, and then we churned, trying to hold this breakout. And yesterday we closed below it, and this morning we're again below it. So I I don't think the intermediate decline is over, not by a long shot. We got another 3 or 4 weeks. So I think we're going to lose this support, and I think we're going to come down to test this support. This is where this triple top formed right here. So now let me go back to the daily chart. All right, so over the next week or two, I would guess we're going to come down and tag this support here at about 1800. We'll probably get a decent bounce off of that, but then I think we're going to probably break down below it, and that would probably give us our bloodbath phase, and that's the market. You get about 5 to 7 days of just panic selling. And so at this point here, we're still early. This is still a recognition day. This is the signal for smart money traders that you need to sell rallies. Once we get the bloodbath phase begins. So during this phase, the dumb money, the retail traders are still in denial. They're still trying to buy dips, and they will continue to get stopped out. At some point, that's going to reverse, and it's usually during the bloodbath phase. That's the point at which the dumb money dip buyers finally capitulate. They finally just begin to sell at any price. They just want to get out. And when that selling panic starts, that's where the smart money that has been selling rallies on the way down, that's where the smart money will start buying. They will start to buy that panic selling event. So my guess is probably going to come here at 1800. It's probably going to come with a break of 1800. We'll probably start that 4 to 7 day or 5 to 7 day panic selling event. And then that's the point where you want to start being a buyer of the dip, because I think the next intermediate cycle will be very profitable, and if we can come back down, at least to this 1750 level, maybe a little bit lower. I've noted before these kind of crawl patterns, when they break violently. You can see that's what happened yesterday. They often will kind of make a beeline back down to the 200-day moving average. So not out of the question that we could come back down and test the 200-day moving average, maybe even just a little bit below it. I think that's the sling that loads the slingshot, and then we start probably the bubble phase in gold in earnest. And if not, at least we're going to have a really good intermediate rally, and I think the next one will give us a sustained breakout above that those old highs at 1923. So we're starting to get the opportunity. We're probably not there yet. We've got, like I said, still pretty early in this daily cycle. We probably still have 3 to 4 weeks left, and we're probably going to have a bloodbath phase to end this. So, it's going to be too early until we see the bloodbath phase, that all-out panic selling event, 5 to 7 days of just selling day after day. It's just going to be too early to buy. Right now, you need to be selling rallies and getting prepared. Get dry powder and get prepared for that panic selling event. When you see that, that's the time that's when it is time to become a contrarian and start buying in preparation for the next intermediate rally. Right now, we are clearly in the this is a signal. We're in the declining phase of the intermediate cycle. You should not trust rallies during the declining phase of the intermediate cycle. Smart money will be selling those rallies and exiting any long positions that they have left. Wait for the panic selling event at the very tail end, and then that is your buying opportunity. That's where you want to be a contrarian and then get position long for the next intermediate rally.